This is Chris Kell with your FMS Shoulder Mobility Corrections. All right, to begin, we're going to start out with some foam rolling exercises to help to loosen up the muscles. All right, our first exercise is what is called a foam rolling exercise for the lats. All right, and so I'm trying to roll the armpits here. What I'm doing is I'm just straightening the arms out, just rolling along the side of my armpit here. Okay, I'm looking for any tight or sore spots that I feel. And if I feel those spots there, what I want to do is just spend a little bit of extra time in there, pressing down on that spot, trying to roll out that trigger point. With this, you want to spend anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds just pressing down into that area and move on to your next exercise. All right, from there, we have a rear shoulder stretch. All right, so for this, I'm going to take the tennis ball here. I'm going to place it under my shoulder blade here. What I want to do, actually do it this way so I can get a little bit of traction here. Place it under my shoulder blade. What I want to do is I'm just rolling all along this area here. I'm looking for, again, trigger points, anywhere that feels tight or painful. You're going to hit a couple spots back here that are really, really uncomfortable, and that's okay. That's what we want. Just want to press down into that area. Holding, just pressing down, making little oscillations, trying to work out that trigger point. And you can just kind of really get into this area. You can roll all along the back, the shoulder blade here. Really spend some time on this area in particular, just working out kinks and knots. And look at it as a daily project. It's something to do on a daily basis, and as the days go by, you'll get better and better. Our last exercise would be a foam rolling drill for the upper back. And with this, what I'm trying to do is I'm actually making small crunches over the foam roller. I'm starting about the mid back here. I'm just coming up and over. You'll hear some cracking and popping. That's okay. I want to make about five crunches here and move up. Now this isn't necessarily a crunch for the abs, but what we're doing here is we're just trying to get some extension over the foam roller here to get some motion from the upper back. All right, I'm moving up until I get to about the base of my shoulder blades here. Again, just spending any time, you'll find one spot that might be particularly uncomfortable. Spend a little bit of extra time on that and really get into that area. All right, from there, we just have a couple stretches. A doorway chest stretch, which I'll use this post here to demonstrate that. I'm just twisting in, holding, and we've got a doorway lat stretch, same deal. I'm leaning forward, holding. All right, we're finishing up with a box hip flexor stretch. So with this, I'm going to put one foot on the box here, lean forward till I feel a stretch in this down leg. You can contract the butt cheek to intensify the stretch, and I'm twisting in until I feel a real good stretch here in this down leg, holding all of these stretches from anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds. Now our last drills here, our corrective exercises, are going to start out with a wall slide. So I'm pressing my back into the wall here. I'm thinking about keeping everything flat. If you feel your back arching at all, what you can do is walk out a little bit to make it harder, or you can walk it in to make it easier. Want to keep the head against the wall? What I'm trying to do is just slide the elbows up and down the wall. If you feel yourself coming off like this, come forward until everything is pressed in and just slide up and down. All right, once we get done there, we're going to go into what's called a sideline reach and rotate. Okay, so for the sideline reach and rotate, I'm coming onto one side here, holding my hip down with my top hand is up here, rotating to the side. I'm trying to press down into my hip at the same time to get a nice stretch here. Okay, once you get to 10, move into the sideline reach and rotate, starting to sweep the arm under the body. Arm turns out as I come up. Trying to keep it on the ground as best you can. We press into that hip and just try to reach all the way up and down. 4 prescribed sets and reps on each side. For those last 3 exercises, you're going to do everything else once. Those last 3 we do 2 to 3 times as a circuit. So back to back for 10 reps, and those are your FMS shoulder mobility corrections.